Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel today, and we are back for another video today. And today we're going to be talking about The Walking Dead New Frontier theory, and we're talking about Kate and her chance at survival, whether she's dead or not after crashing into the barrier and then the explosion with the gasoline engine there in the end. So, I'm going to leave a theory, straw pull down in the description. You guys could go vote on our next theory video. That's going to be Tuesday. Next Tuesday, we're going to have a theory video, so make sure you guys definitely go down below in the description and leave a vote. This is basically my opinion on what I think is going to happen to Kate, plus we'll leave some other viewer comments as what they thought was going to happen with Kate too, because I'm actually very interested to know what you guys think. I asked in the original video, and I got some pretty good theories on what's going to happen to her, as everyone in my video is very worried about Kate, because, I mean, it's insane what happened to her. Now, let's look at it. There are three possibilities of what's going to happen to Kate in this episode. I literally have seen, based on what I've seen, read, looked at, and how I played it. But here's basically what could happen to her. One, she could be dead because she's going straight into a barrier full speed, and then the gasoline engine blows up, and then fire everywhere, and walkers are coming in. Now, obviously, the walkers aren't going to be able to get in there unless there's a hole or an opening. We don't see any opening, so I don't think there will be a walker that kills her if she does end up dying there. She could die just from the sheer impact of it, because if she stays in the front, but if you slow down the image, you could tell she gets out from the front seat, so she's in the back. I don't know how it was a hard hit, and plus the explosion, so there's definitely a great chance she dies just straight up on impact. And then there's also maybe the fact that, you know, it's an armored truck, so people think there's more chance of survival. We'll see about that, but that's if she dies. Now, she could survive. This is I think she's going to survive. My opinion is that she is going to live on, and I don't know if she's going to be, I believe she's going to be injured. She's going to be injured in some way, whether it's a burned face, a scar, a bruised leg, a broken arm. Something's going to be messed up. She's not going to go out of this unscathed. There's no way she can't just be like, Kenny, I'm lucky as hell and I didn't get hurt at all. You know what I mean? Fine. No, she's going to get hurt in some way. I don't know. She was already got the gunshot in the stomach, so I don't know. She already could be, you know, who knows how bad it could be for her after she gets into this accident. We don't know. If she ends up surviving, like I said, most likely she's going to have some kind of burn mark, maybe, with the Molotov being thrown, if she didn't move from the front seat in time. Also, maybe, like I said, a bruised leg or some arm injury. I don't know. But that's would be, and then maybe she'd be like, you know, she would need to be helped by someone the entire episode to walk and stuff. But if you look at where she crashed, when she crashed at that moment, all you see around her are a bunch of walkers, as well as you only have about 2 or 3 people defending her. If you have Conrad with you and he's a determined character, you have him, Javier, and Clementine. Remember, you're going to have Javier and Clementine. They're the nearest people to Kate. So I believe at the beginning of episode 5, we're going to have to save Kate from that truck. If she ends up being alive, I don't know if she's going to be able to walk after that horrendous crash. Who knows? The plot might save her. The plot barrier, it might save her. But we don't know about that. That's going to be insane to think about. And if she did get out, where did she go? If she ends up escaping that truck, and she maybe be hidden for the rest of the episode, we don't see her till the end, that would be pretty cool too. But my third possibility is she's dead and she'll only show up in a flashback and she's a walker. Now, if she dies from this, it would be very emotional because you'd have to see her as a walker and probably put her out of misery. But they have built this relationship between Javier and Kate, and this David being there as, you know, they don't want to try and piss him off too much by telling him actually how they feel about each other, because if you pick Javier and Kate's relationship together, there's no way they're going to bring this relationship close together and then just cut it off in a quick death at the end of episode 4. I believe she's going to survive, and there's going to be some impact with her her and David and Javier. And I don't know if there will be this between Javier and David, and like maybe killing each other or maybe fighting each other in the end to fight for Kate. I don't know. That'd be a little, you know, crazy to talk about, but we'll see about that. I don't know. There's many possibilities, but they've built this relationship up, and they can't just throw it away at the end of episode 4 just to have absolute turmoil and stuff happen. But like I said again, if she turns out being a walker, that's going to be it's going to be heartbreaking. But I don't think she's dead. I really don't think she's dead. Now, everyone in the comments, I'm not going to finish the video here, but everyone in the comments at this point of the video, please leave a comment on what you think is going to happen to Kate, because I'm very interested to know what happens. We don't know. I don't know. This is very intriguing, because this is 3 possibilities, and we don't know what's going to happen. that what I meant with that third possibility is there possibly a flashback, meaning the beginning of every episode they've had a flashback with Javier, and if you haven't looked at this yet, this is absolutely the most insane news. On her Instagram, the character that plays Kate, her name's Shelly Chenoy, I'll link the post down below in the description. She's finished recording episode 5 dialogue, so we know she's going to be in the episode in some way, whether that be in the flashback at the beginning of the episode, she's alive, or she's a walker. Now, I believe she's alive, but she is definitely in this episode no matter what. She's not just going to be dead and have no audio. She's going to talk in something, whether that be a flashback as a walker, or just going, or being alive. But that's insane to think about. I'm going to link that down below in the description. Make sure you check that out. Again, vote down below in the description. I'm going to have a couple ideas on some theories that we could definitely look at. But I had some viewers, they asked some interesting things. Some guy posted me a link to a photo that actually I talked about a little earlier in this video, was that right when you go before she hits the barrier, you could tell it's really not a high-def image, but you can kind of tell that she didn't move from the front seat. She moved. So she's not in the front. Right when she hits that barrier, she's not in the front. So when the impact happens, she may be okay from that, but the explosion is what I'm worried about. From the original impact, everyone would say, of course she's alive. Maybe she'd just be hurt. But then the explosion happened, and that makes everything interesting. You know, it does look empty, and Kate could have had time to jump out, but we don't know about that. And it was an armored truck. They've stated throughout this episode it was walker-proof. So there's no way a walker is going to get into that truck. No, it's absolutely walker-proof. So the only way she's going to die is if it's just on impact, or she maybe got out and walked there. That's the only way it's going to happen. But there's no way a walker's going to get, unless a door popped out or something. I don't think that happened. But, Telltale, I think they don't want Kate's story to end here. I think they have one more episode to build up this Kate, David, Javier love triangle and finish it off in style. I don't know how it's going to finish off. It could be absolutely insane. But we've had many different characters that have been in a similar situation like this, like Bonnie and her going underwater and somehow randomly getting out in episode 4 of last season, and then we also had, or episode 5 of last season, and then we also had Kenny in season 1, episode 5, where he got trapped in the Walker alley, or if he got trapped in the alley saving Ben, or when Krista was trying to get stuck and Kenny went to save him. We didn't know about that either, but they ended up surviving. So I believe this, they would not just have this end so fast. But now, Dom, everyone's gonna ask, what is my opinion? I already said I think she's gonna survive, but what do I think is actually gonna happen throughout this episode? My theory for this episode is Kate is gonna end up when the crash does happen. I think she's gonna be okay, but like I said, she's gonna have some kind of injury. They're gonna end up getting her out. They're gonna have to slay a couple walkers, and I think at some point in this episode, Clem is going to use that walker technique where they cover themselves in the walker guts and have to get out of the sea. I don't know if they're going to have to do that to even get to her, because there's tons of walkers already ending through the hole, and I don't know how they're going to get to Kate if she's still in the truck injured. That's going to be very insane. I don't know how they're going to get to her. That's the most interesting part when you think about this. I don't know how they're going to get to her. I don't know, man. It's going to be absolutely interesting. But that ending was absolutely insane. But some people, they told me that, with the tension between Javier and David, there's no way they could break this up. And some guy told me here, this decision at the end of the episode 5, this is like one of the most insane things I'd ever heard. In episode 5, what if there was a decision at the end, if it was David and Javier, and they actually let you play as Clem in the present? I don't think that's going to happen. Or David and Javier end up fighting each other, and you're playing as Clem. Maybe they'll do that. I don't know. And one of them is going to survive. You have to pick between the two. That would be nuts if they actually did. I don't think they're going to have a Clem moment there. But, it'd be interesting to see. I don't know what we're going to get out of it. I'm very interested to know. Everyone hopes Kate's alive. But, that with that frickin' Molotov being thrown, I don't know. The chances, I think there's a 65% chance Kate survives. And also with this stuff that she's, getting, she's talking episode 5, I believe there's going to be a huge impact of her. So she can't just have a huge impact through a flashback. There needs to be more concrete stuff to say that she's alive. Because, look at that. She's not going to die here, guys. I'm fairly confident. And if she does, it won't be in the beginning of the episode. If she does end up dying, I believe it's going to be at the end. Because we know either Clem, Javier, David, Gabe, or or Gabe. Either Javier, Clem, Kate, David, or Gabe. I believe at least 2 of those people will be dead by this episode. Remember, it's The Walking Dead. In Season 1, we had all the characters almost dying, and it ended up being Clem alone at the ending, with Krista and Omid coming to save her. And then in Season 2, we had multiple endings. I don't know if they're going to do that again. What if they have multiple endings? That's something we're going to discuss in another video, multiple endings. I want to actually discuss about that, and, you know, leave some comments on possible theories in the future, guys. If you guys left a like, I would appreciate that, and also subscribe for more Walking Dead New Frontier Episode 5 from the Gallows videos. And again, straw poll link in the below description. Make sure to go vote for our next theory. This video will be uploaded on the 29th, so that theory video will be on the 1st of May. Or actually the 2nd of May. The 2nd of May will be the video, so make sure you guys don't miss that out. I would appreciate it. And thank you again for watching. Make sure to leave your theories about what happened to Kate. I think she's going to survive, but see y'all next video. Peace out.